There is no better way to generate a massive amount of random activity than by what I just showed you, by running that command. Things trying to connect to networks, it's doing mathematical calculations, it's opening up emails. Maybe 50,000 was a little bit too much. I can't believe that I did not know that this existed sooner. This is one of my new favorite commands, favorite tools to mess around with. I've been messing around with this thing for hours, and I want to show you guys how cool this is, what you can do with it, the fun you can have with this. This is, of course, the ADB shell monkey command. Nope, that is not a joke. There's actually something called the monkey command, or ADB shell monkey. And I have some documentation that comes straight from developer.android.com. I'm going to show you what this looks like. As always, I will include any links in the description of the video. So this is the UI application exerciser monkey. The monkey is a program that runs on your emulator or device, and it generates pseudo random streams of user events such as clicks, touches, or gestures, as well as a number of system level events. So this is yet another command line tool. It is available on all Android devices. You can use this thing for debugging apps, stress testing the device itself, the UI. Apparently this thing is even used to do fuzzing and discover vulnerabilities. I mean, people, I guess, use this thing to even hack phones. I did not know that. So we can run ADB shell, we can shell into the device, and we can actually pull up the help menu straight from within the Android device for the monkey tool by running monkey with -- help. Here is the help menu. So let me show you how this works. Using ADB shell monkey, we can launch a specific app instantly. First, we're going to run ADB shell PM list packages, because as always, the starting point is we have to know the name of the package. This is very important. So I'm just going to do a -3 to show any third-party packages. I only have one currently, and that is actually the Magisk app, because I just got done doing a video on unlocking the bootloader and rooting the phone. So using ADB shell monkey with a -p followed by the name of a specific app, then followed with -c, and this part is always going to be the same. So you're only changing this part. You're only changing the app. This second part is always going to be the same to do this. So you're just going to run -c followed by the intent, which is Android dot followed by Android dot intent dot category dot launcher. Launcher is in all caps. And finally, you just have to enter a 1. So this is the command. This part will always remain the same. You're just changing this part depending on which app you want to open. And this is an easy way to launch any app. So you see, we just launched the Magisk app over on the right-hand side. I wish I had known that earlier. That is so much easier. So much easier. So it starts an app up immediately. Useful for testing, forensic tools, malware samples, security testing. Confirm that the app launches correctly after installation, for example. But we're just getting started. So now let's perform some controlled random testing for an app. And since this is the only third-party app I have on here right now, we're going to use it. So we're going to do some controlled testing of this app. We can go as far as to simulate thousands and thousands of very, very fast swipes and key presses. And it's crazy when you see this thing in action. You're about to see it. It's very, very cool. Let's start off with something small. So we're gonna run part of that same command again, but without the -c. So we're just gonna run ADB shell monkey p. We're using the Magisk app, and we're gonna do -- throttle. and then I'm going to specify a value of 300, and then a dash V, and I'm going to specify a value of 1000. So what is this going to do? This limits testing to just this app, the Magisk app. It's going to add on 300 milliseconds of a delay between events. Think of an event as a swipe or a touch or a key press. And it's also going to generate 1,000 random actions, but only on the Magisk app. So if that app has some capabilities to actually do something like erase something on your phone or modify something, you want to be cautious about that. But I'm okay with this because this is completely for testing, and the worst thing that this could possibly do, in my opinion, is attempt to patch a file or something, right? So let's just go ahead and run the command. I'm going to hit enter. So immediately you see over on the right, the app is moving. You can actually see down at the bottom stuff is being highlighted. So it's just initiating key presses and swipes. Now it just closed the app. It opened it back up. So this is a little mild. But we don't want to get crazy just yet. So now it just opened up the logs. All right, so I think it has finished. So that was 1,000 random events, which goes by quicker than you would realize. So it actually did finish. You can see that right here it says monkey finished. Very, very, very cool. Very cool. I love this tool. This is so interesting. This will help you find crashes, UI bugs, input handling flaws. I mean, if you're developing an app, this is a must-have in your toolkit. Forget the Magisk app. Let's go beyond the Magisk app. If you're going to do this, make sure that you don't have anything important on this phone, because pressing random events, and you could delete something. You know, you could make this thing make a phone call, connect to a network. You really don't know, because it's sending in random events, and we're talking about thousands of random events. So I have this set up without any internet. There's nothing on here that I care about, so I'm okay with this. So the next command is going to be a full system stress test. First though, I'm going to exit from the Magisk app. I'm going to go to the home screen. I'm going to use a key event code for that. So I'm going to run ADB shell input key event 3. And that just exits from any existing app, and it goes to home. It's like pressing the home button on the phone. So we are going to initiate a full system stress test. This is where it gets crazy, man. This is where it gets crazy. Wait until you see what happens to this phone. So we're going to run ADB shell monkey. We don't need the dash P because we're not targeting a specific app. So we're just going to do a dash V. And I am literally going to do not 1,000. We're not doing 1,000. We're going to do 10,000. 10,000 random system events across the entire device. Why would you do this? Well, other than it just being very fun and making you laugh, seriously, security researchers use this to detect system UI crashes, framework vulnerabilities, memory leaks. I mean, it's amazing what you could find. This is fuzzing. If you have ever heard of fuzzing, this is an example of fuzzing. It can open random apps. It can even change settings. So be conscious of that. Maybe you want to use this on an emulator before using it on a production device. So let's go ahead and hit enter. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are off to the races. Oh my God, look at what it's doing. It's going crazy right now. Look at this. This is insane. You could never swipe or press this that fast if you were just, no matter how much caffeine you consumed. This is nuts. Look at this. Look at this thing. This is crazy. Wow. Oh, it locked itself out. Uh-oh. Ooh, it actually locked itself out. It's trying to enter the pin. All right, we're gonna have to stop it. It can't get past the lock screen now. And what's interesting is, even though I controlled C, I did a control C on it, it's still generating random events. So it's gonna keep going until it has exhausted those 10,000 random events. And right now, it's kind of limited because it's literally stuck at the pin prompt. This brings about an interesting point. You may want to actually just disable the pin prompt altogether, because as you can clearly see, that would interfere with this. So I'm going to actually disable that. I swear I didn't text you. I was stress testing my UI and I was running ADB shell monkey again. That's it, I swear. All right, so this next ADB shell monkey command is a deterministic monkey test. That means that it is repeatable. By using -s followed by a value, we are using a seed value. This makes the random test repeatable. Security researchers might use this to reproduce crashes and debug vulnerabilities. So you can use -p and you can specify an app and it will target just that app. But I'm going to run it without that, so this is just going to go system-wide. Let's go ahead and hit enter. And you can see the activity being generated on the phone. Insane. This is just, it's so interesting to watch this. What a great way to prank somebody and make somebody think that their phone is hacked. All right, so at the very end, when it was finishing its session, this thing is literally trying to find, connect to, and determine the relative position of nearby devices. So you have to be careful with this thing. This thing will literally connect to something. Look at all this. We got to get rid of all of this stuff. This is ridiculous. I could see this thing breaking a phone. All right, there we go. So that's the deterministic monkey test. Now, what also is very, very interesting, and if you were using ADB shell monkey for some of the legitimate purposes that I have given you when running each of these commands, you would probably also want to capture logs, because those logs are going to be very valuable, especially when you're literally making apps crash and stuff. You're going to want to take a look at the logs. We're going to start up logcat. So we're going to run ADB logcat. I'm going to do -- format equals color so that it colorizes the logs. So we're going to run this command in lower pane. I'm going to make this a lot smaller because we're going to see a lot of logs from left to right. So let's start up logcat. Now in the upper pane, we're going to rerun ADB shell monkey. This is the deterministic monkey test, so this is repeatable. So let's go ahead and let's hit enter. First, let me bring this up a little higher so we can get the logs on most of the screen. There we go. All right, let's go. Let's hit enter. And we are off. Oh, you'll be here all day parsing through these logs. This is absolutely insane. How did I not know about ADB shell monkey sooner? This is my new favorite command. Think about the possibilities with this. What you can do with this for bug bounty hunting, stress testing, testing your app. The possibilities are endless. All right, so as we can see, it has completed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I think I have saved the best for last. This is going to be our Android shell monkey ADB chaos finale. If this were a firework display, we have definitely reached the finale right now. So this is gonna execute a massive chaos test. So when I say massive, this is massive. So all these different options, the throttle, that pertains to the speed of executing some of these commands. So we have things like touch, motion. This is gonna navigate through the system. This is gonna switch apps. This pertains to just random events. But this last one, this is the biggie. 50,000 mixed user actions, because we're mixing these actions. These are all different user actions. So the grand total is going to be 50,000 mixed user actions. Do not run this command on your phone if you actually have anything on that phone that you are worried about, because you have no idea what this is really going to do. Stress testing, this is fuzzing at its most extreme level. You have no idea what 50,000 random events might actually do to your device. So what does it look like? to stress test your Android phone and send it 50,000 random events? Well, we are about to find out. Let's go. Oh, it's setting the alarm. It's setting up the stopwatch. Thing's trying to connect to networks. It's doing mathematical calculations. It's opening up emails. Absolutely incredible. I can feel the phone vibrating. It's checking my YouTube channel. Hopefully it's subscribed. Look, it's loving this calculator app. This is insane. Oh my God, I'm gonna break this phone. I can actually feel the phone getting warm. This has been going for over a minute now. It's been going for 2 minutes. Maybe 50,000 was a little bit too much. In my eagerness to create a good YouTube video, I think I might have sent it maybe 20 or 30,000 too many events. You know what? At this point, I'm starting to get concerned for the well-being of this device. I'm going to Control-C this because it's just nonstop. I think 3 minutes is long enough. We're going to Control-C. And unfortunately, it's not done. It's still going to keep going. Even after running Control-C, it's still going to keep going. All right, so in retrospect, maybe it wasn't a good idea to use a value of 50,000. I ended up having to not only Control-C ADB shell monkey, but eventually, after over 5 minutes of non-stop random events, I actually unplugged the USB cable. I severed the USB connection. It still kept going for another 2 minutes. So this lasted about seven minutes. I don't recommend that. But the final thing I want to end on is that this would be the absolute best time to pull a bug report. The amount of information that is probably inside of that bug report, there is no better way to generate a massive amount of random activity than by what I just showed you, by running that command. So this is the perfect opportunity, and I'm going to take advantage of it. So we're going to run ADB bug report followed by bug report .zip. This is going to generate a bug report. So the bug report has completed, and now if we do ls-lh on bug report.zip, we have a massive bug report, 60 megabytes in size, compressed.
We're running Linux over here, man. This is Linux over everything. From the cuddle to shell, it's all I need. Linux in my veins, yeah. This is what I bleed.